So we have the framework for an Iran deal. These are three things to look out for. All parties say they've reached some kind of a framework that will be signed on the 19th of June in Switzerland. We don't have the details of what's in it. So, point one, this is what matters most to the world, and that is the full opening of the Strait of Hormuz. We've all felt the effect of that because of the impact on the global economy and rising oil prices. So this has to be open not just from the Iranian side, but the US blockade needs to be lifted as well, because even though the US blockade was targeted at Iran and Iranian ports, there were millions of barrels of Iranian oil that did not hit the market, which put even more pressure on oil prices. And also, we're going back to where we were when the war started, where the Strait of Hormuz is open. So, no real change. Now, one of the conditions that Iran has repeatedly asked for is to unfreeze billions of dollars of their assets. One of the concerns for lawmakers in the US is they didn't want the US to make financial concessions or give financial incentives to open up the Strait of Hormuz. But it's something that Iran has said has to happen before they agree to anything. Point two, Lebanon. Now, the US has tried to make Lebanon a completely separate issue, saying that the disarmament of Hezbollah and the strengthening of the Lebanese army are long term plans. But if Iran had not made a ceasefire in Lebanon part of this deal, I don't think Trump would be calling up Netanyahu to get him to stop the strikes in Lebanon. Now, the question is, once the deal is signed, whether Trump's going to really care what Israel does in Lebanon after that. And on top of that, we now have Israeli troops in Lebanon, and that's going to be a long term issue. Third, all the nuclear stuff. So, this agreement is said to give another 60 days in which they will start discussing the nuclear issue. Just a reminder, the last nuclear deal took nearly 2 years and many technical experts, and that deal resulted in 24/7 video monitoring of Iran's nuclear program and international inspections on a regular basis. This time around, they haven't even started the technical discussions. And before I go, one more thing. Trump has repeatedly said that the people the US is dealing with now are more rational and more reasonable. But when you hear from Iran analysts, people who know all the different people in this Iranian regime and government and within the IRGC, what they keep saying is the people that we're seeing now, the people who are making the decisions, seem to be all the hardliners. So for the people of Iran, this may turn out to be a much more hardline government.